people paid me thousands and thousands of dollars. In the same way, what I'm doing right now, I did on Instagram for a year, made over $12,000 in less than 2 months off of just communicating. And it's rather easy because the biggest thing is you could literally use the phone, the laptop that you have right now, the access to internet you have right now, and learn how to communicate to a camera to help people solve a problem. Your imagination doesn't mean that you have to recreate the wheel. Doesn't mean you have to build an iPhone. It just means you create something. Jay, what can I create? I'm glad you asked. All you need to create is something called, I promise you by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how I was able to make $200 days on Instagram, literally communicating using my phone and my laptop, creating a product from scratch. And you're going to know how you can do so as well. Now, I'm going to make a long story short. I started 5 years ago making money online. I made over 6 figures on an Instagram account that never got over 3,000 followers. And I was able to do so literally in Instagram DMs. But in the middle of this video, I'm also going to show you an easier way, a more hands-off way for you to do the same and make more, because I've been through trial and error for the past 5 years. I would hate for you to struggle on the things that you could avoid if you watch this whole entire video. Now, getting straight into it, I actually started off making money online when I was a online fitness coach. I was bullied in high school, long story short, and I was determined to grow self-respect for myself and see myself under a different light. That's when I started posting my fitness journey, and hey, people saw I got results, so they asked me for a meal plan and a workout plan. I would create that in Word document and I would deliver it to them for like $5. And that was that until you know what shut down the world. And it basically had me at home taking online classes in college. And I had to realize that I needed a way to make money because my job had let me go as well. And so I took a leap of faith. I DoorDashed my butt off to save up $400, which ended up turning into a $9,000 investment into some coaching and mentorship that taught me how to communicate and create something from scratch, but make a lot more money. So the value in this video is worth over $9,000. You need to stay for the whole thing. I'm telling you, if you miss out on this, it's your own fault. In the past, you haven't known how to make a lot of money in a short amount of time by communicating on Instagram or on YouTube or whatnot. But in this video, there is no more excuses. Before, it wasn't your fault. Now it is your responsibility to watch this whole video because I'm going to show you my whiteboard as well and how you could be avoiding these mistakes that I made in the past as well. Anyways, guys, the simple process to making money online, $200 days on Instagram, is very simple. I posted content that was surrounded by a result that I had already gotten, and I packaged up a program, a meal plan and a training program into a package. So when I DM'd people, I would get on a phone call with them because they already engaged with my content. I would see if they want to get on a phone call with me. I would get on a 30-minute, 40-minute phone call. And within that 40-minute time frame, make $1,000 up to $3,000. Now, you don't have to do any of that because this way I'm going to show you is completely hands off. You don't have to talk on the phone with people. You will literally be able to communicate and generate income. And I'm like telling you right now, $200 a day it's very small. Anyways, let's get straight into it. I'm going to share my iPad screen because this is something I learned from the wonderful Myron Golden. Now, when it comes down to this concept, you might have seen this if you watch his videos, but he explained it beautifully. Okay, so I want you to imagine that there's 4 steps. All right, there's 4 steps. All right, you got step 1, step 2, 3, and of course, number 4 is at the top. So we're just going to put number 4 right here. Okay. Now, each step has its own rule. Most people and most of us, when I say people, I mean me too, because I started exactly where you are, wanting to learn how to make money online so I could have freedom, spend more time with family, buy the things that I really wanted and also needed without having to worry about, well, how much time does it cost me? Or do I have to work overtime? I got to wait another 2 weeks to get paid. Anyways, the first step that most people are trained and kind of brainwashed into thinking is the only way to make money is to trade your time for it, right? You need to trade your time for money. You need to clock in. You need to, clock out. You need to work a full-time or part-time job in order for you to make a certain amount of money. And even though this works, this isn't where you make the most money because you will always have to trade your time for what? For money, right? What this means is you are limited. You are limited on how much money you could make. Okay. The second step, and you guys know this, especially because you've worked a 9 to 5 before and you're working one right now. All right. Is management. Okay. You know, your managers, let's just put management. Okay. You know, your managers make more money than you. And it's for a specific reason, because they're over here managing the people who trade their time for money. And it's multiple people. So a manager might be 1 or 2 people, right? But the people who trade their time for money are more so of you, like managers and the people who trade their time for money are all employees. But the people who trade their time for money, there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch. That guy. Okay, there we go. Drew him correctly. So there's a whole bunch of people who trade their time for money in a company. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong if you want to make a good amount of money, especially in today's economy. Okay. Now, when we look at these two things, tell me why the managers end up getting paid more than the people who trade their time for money. You probably already know this. If you ever got laid off, if you ever got fired, like it's very easy to replace these people one by one. Okay. Whether it's by computers, by another employee who's more qualified, by layoffs, whatever, it's easier to lay off those people because that's where everybody usually starts. Usually. Now, the management knows how to usually do the job or just tell the people who are trading their time for money what to do next. And because they have a role like that, they are considered a more valuable asset to the company. Okay. Because they keep everybody in line. But what if I told you that there was another role, 3 and 4, where you didn't have to climb up what we call the corporate ladder, or you trade your time for money, you stay at a job for 10 years and hoping that you become some type of manager or supervisor or, up there where you're making and getting a raise and you have to ask for a raise every year. What if I told you that's all crap and all you need to do is, if you're here trading your time for money, if you're one of these guys like I was, okay, what you need to do is actually skip management and go right up here. Okay, I'm going to show you what that is in just a second. But real quick, I want to let you know that I have a live class happening. It's called the Passion to Profit live class. The link to this is in the description down below. I'm going to show you, yes, you, live on Zoom, how to get freedom by making your first passive income sale by creating your first digital product to make money online. I'm going to help you set up the systems, and you're going to know exactly how it works on multiple social media platforms. All you need to do, link is in the description down below. You click it, you're going to see this website, and you want to go ahead and sign up. All you have to do is enter your email, and you'll be notified when the class is actually going to launch. Now, getting straight into it, let's go back to step 3 and 4. Step 3 is going to be, this might be a wild guess for a lot of you all, but communication, right? What do I mean by communication? Exactly what I'm doing right now. You don't have to be a manager in order for you to communicate. You could literally use the phone, the laptop that you have right now, the access to internet you have right now, and learn how to communicate to a camera to help people solve a problem. Okay. Or if you've ever been in sales, in a sales career, you're able to make a lot of money in a short amount of time, depending on how well you communicate. Now, you don't need to be a guru. You don't need to be an expert at speaking. You just need to speak with conviction and confidence, kind of like what I'm doing right now. A lot of people on YouTube, for example, they sound good, but a lot of them read a script. That's because they don't know what to say and how to say it in a way that's going to help push people to the next step. But when you get good at communicating, which is literally just being you and being passionate about what you're talking about, but knowing what people care about more, it goes all down the drain. Like, people will believe you just because of the conviction you have, because they know your truth, and you can't fake that. People can sense that. We all have a BS radar. Okay. So communication is like sales. It can be content. All right. It can be marketing. And we're just going to leave it there for the time being. Okay. This is all what we call a content creator or an entrepreneur. Okay. I'm just going to put entre/creator. That's exactly what I'm doing. When I was in the fitness niche, all I was doing was literally making Instagram posts about what exercise I was doing in the gym, what results I got. I was communicating a result. I was communicating what I did in the gym, and I was showing the results through creating content. Hence, people paid me thousands and thousands of dollars. In the same way, what I'm doing right now, I did on Instagram for a year, made over $12,000 in less than 2 months, also just communicating. And it's rather easy because the biggest thing is a lot of people try to communicate off of something they have no experience in. And this is one of the biggest mistakes. I'm going to write this in red. You need to have experience in the area you're talking about. My brother works for HVAC, which is like heating, air conditioning, and like other things like that, right? See, you can tell I don't have experience with HVAC, right? So anyways, I have experience with business structures and automating a business and making money online and the fitness niche. But he has experience in HVAC, heating, air conditioning, and cooling, and that type of stuff. So anyways, he can speak confidently about how to fix an AC unit. What can you confidently speak about? Maybe you're a barber. Maybe you do skincare. Maybe you're a fashion person. Maybe you're good at dentistry. Maybe your 9-to-5 skill set can be transferred online. A lot of doctors do this. They don't like literally tell you, take this drug. They tell you advice off of what their knowledge is at, book knowledge. Okay. What are you good at that could be used, that you actually like, that could be used to communicate a solution to people who have a problem? Because these type of people get paid thousands and thousands and, for example, $200 days on Instagram, literally. And you're going to be able to do this on YouTube. I know I said that I was going to give you guys a platform that I recommend, and I'm going to explain why YouTube in just a second once we get to number 4. Number 4 is literally one of the most important things that you could ever do because you're going to create money from nowhere. All right. It's imagination. Imagination. Okay. Your imagination doesn't mean that you have to recreate the wheel. Doesn't mean you have to build an iPhone. It just means you create something. Jay, what can I create? I'm glad you asked. All you need to create is something called a digital product, a DP, digital product. A digital product is something like an ebook, a course, or maybe you're like me and you create a class or some type of program, right? I don't like to say course because a lot of people create courses. A program, it helps people a lot more because, of course, most people don't consume courses. Well, you know what? I said course right up there, didn't I? Anyways, y'all get the point. You can create an ebook, a class, or a program. This is you using your imagination to help people solve a problem. And the way you sell your imagination is by communicating what it can do for people, the life they can live. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to learn how to get freedom by making passive income online, I will show you how to make your first passive income sale with my Passion to Profits live class. Link in the description down below. You submit your email, you'll be notified when the class actually launches. By the way, let me know, since I've drawn all this out, I just want to pause real quick before I tell you the benefits of posting and doing this on YouTube and communicating on YouTube versus Instagram, which is literally going to save you a lot of time. So you don't want to miss that section. I want to ask you, put in the comment section down below, what is your biggest struggle when it comes down to making money online? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll reply to each and every single one of you all personally, okay? Now, moving forward, let's talk about the benefits of posting on YouTube versus Instagram. All right, we got the left and we got the right. We got YouTube over here in the green, and we got Instagram over here in the red. Here's the thing. With Instagram, you have to post multiple times a day. Okay. And I mean multiple. You got stories, they say to post a carousel and 3 reels or whatever. You have to post multiple times a day. Okay. That's not really good, especially if you're working a full-time job, even a part-time job. It's very hard to manage. All right. So the problem with this is it's hard for you to also build a loyal audience. Okay. Because people go on Instagram because they don't want to make contact with each other. So they don't want to make eye contact with each other. So it's hard for people to actually use Instagram intentionally. They more so use it as a distraction. On the other hand, when you have YouTube, people are actually searching for the solution. Okay. They're actually searching for a solution. Okay. When they're searching for a solution, they have a pain right then and there. When you have something in your eye, you're like, oh man, you pay attention to your eye. You want people to pay attention to your communication to help them get the solution and the lifestyle and the result that they want through the product that you create through your imagination. Very simple. Following along? All right. Let me know in the comments section if this is making sense so far. Also, YouTube is also great for building a community because people actually are paying attention to your long form content. Okay. Building a community is so important because now you get to use your imagination multiple times. All right. You get to use your imagination multiple times, and the community that you build in YouTube, people are going to tell you, well, thank you for solving this problem. Now I have this problem. And now you get to serve that same audience with your communication and imagination. You literally just creating content. Remember, all you're doing is creating content. Okay. You're a creator, an entrepreneur. You're creating content that markets the solution that you've created with your imagination that's going to be delivered through an ebook, a program, or a class. All right. That is very simple. And to me, that's almost like a no-brainer as to why you should be on YouTube. And take it from me, I've made over 6 figures on Instagram. I'm switching to YouTube. It's more of a long run game, and I'm here to stay for the long run. Okay. And all I have to do is post 1 time a day. Are you kidding me? So it's a lot easier. But you don't have to post every single day on YouTube. It is important for you to have a consistent flow you can stick with. So hopefully this video has helped you. If it has, definitely subscribe. Okay. Definitely subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this type of teaching. If you do, let me know in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay. I'm out. Peace.